Hello, everybody. Finally, welcome back to this. I am not going to get into the trials and tribulations that have come from trying to record this reaction because I don't want to go into it frustrated. But what I will do is give some updates on how I'm going to go about reacting to reacting to the things I've already seen, and thusly how Volume 9 is going to be handled. So, what I'm going to do for the reaction is one, I am not going to worry about finishing before Volume 9 comes. Not going to worry about it. Because it's not going to happen. We have 9 days until Volume 9 comes. I'm not going to be able to do all the reactions that I want to do within that time frame. It's not going to happen. And speaking of all the ones I want to do, it's just going to be the premieres and the finales of every volume for the reaction. That's all I'm going to do. So, going from Ruby Rose to Black and White. I was going to do both The Stray and Black and White, but every time that I tried to do both, things went wrong. So hopefully things aren't going to go wrong this time. So, that's how it's going to be. I'm going to do Black and White this time. Next will be Best Day Ever, whenever I get around to doing it. So on and so forth. As for Volume 9, since I don't know what the upload policy is going to be for Volume 9 reactions, I'm, for the moment until we find out, only going to make it available to people who are on my Discord. The people who are on the Discord will be able to see the reaction in full, and that's basically going to be it. So, until we find out what the policy is on uploading the reactions to YouTube, since episodes for free aren't going to be until a year after, which don't know why they did that. People were already willing to pirate to bypass a week. A year is even worse. It's not a good decision. It's a very bad and dumb decision. I don't know why that was the agreement they came to. They should have stuck to a week. But anyway, hopefully this time things won't go wrong. We're going to go in and do Chapter 16 of Volume 1, Black and White, RWBY reaction. Hope everything it goes smoothly this time. Okay.
Finally, she speaks. Nearly 2 days and you're giving me nothing but small talk and weird looks. Yeah, like that.
Son, are you familiar with the White Fang?
Of course. I don't think there's a faunus on the planet who hasn't heard of them. Stupid, holier-than-thou creeps that use force to get whatever they want. Bunch of freaks, if you ask me.
I was once a member of the White Fang.
Wait a minute, you were a member of the White Fang?
That's right. I was a member for most of my life, actually. You could almost say I was born into it. Back then, things were different. In the ashes of war, the White Fang was meant to be a symbol of peace and unity between humans and the faunus. Of course, despite being promised equality, the faunus were subjected to discrimination and hate. Humanity still thought of us as lesser beings. And so, the White Fang rose up as a voice of our people. And I was there. I was at the front of every rally. I took part in every boycott. And I actually thought we were making a difference. But I was just a youthful optimist. Then, 5 years ago, our leader stepped down. And
I don't like this. I've been vocal about not liking this. I don't like that Gira, because that's who she's talking about. She's talking about her dad, Gira. Gira is the previous leader of the White Fang. We don't know any of the leaders beforehand, but it's Gira, Sienna, Adam, White Fang is taken down, Gira starts up a new organization. So Gira stepped down 5 years before the start of the show, and apparently they just let Blake stay. When she's like 12, 13, she's just allowed to stay with this organization that they're leaving because they know it's going bad. And they're just gonna let it happen. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not at all a fan of that one. At all. I don't like that. Something about that rubs me very much the wrong way. I do not like that. I don't like that. I've not, none of the RWBY parents are perfect, but I'm just saying, I feel like of the two that get called the best parents a lot, that's a pretty big vice to have. Just saying.
A new one took his place. A new leader with a new way of thinking. Suddenly, our peaceful protests were being replaced with organized attacks. We were setting fire to shops that refused to serve us, hijacking cargo from companies that used honest labor. And the worst part was, it was working. We were being treated like equals, but not out of respect, out of fear. So, I left. I decided I no longer...
Hold on. Wait a minute.
So, I...
This visual comes up a lot. This visual of someone looking into their cup and seeing their reflection. As they either dwell on the past or look to the future. And we've seen it here. Volume 5 sees it with Ozpin, Volume 6 with Salem, and Volume 8 with RWBY. And I wonder if it's going to pop up again somewhere.
I decided I no longer wanted to use my skills to aid in their violence, and instead I would dedicate my life to becoming a huntress. So here I am, a criminal hiding in plain view, all with the help of a little black bow.
So, have you told your friends any of this?
No.
Blake! Blake! Where are you? Blake! Weiss, they're not helping.
Oh, you know who might be able to help? The police.
Ugh, Weiss.
It was just an idea.
Yeah, bad one.
Weiss, I think we should hear her side of the story before we jump to any conclusions.
I think when we hear it, you'll all realize I was right.
And I think Weiss's hair looks wonderful today. Ah, Penny, where did you come from? Hey, guys.
I love her.
What are you up to?
We're looking for our friend Blake.
Oh, you mean the Faunus girl. Wait.
So how did Penny know? Because, like, come Volume 8, we kind of learned that she kind of has a sort of X-ray vision. Kind of, but I feel like that was more just being able to scan the Atlas facility and less about X-ray vision. Does she have, like, a biometric scanner in her, and that's how she was able to tell that she's a Faunus? I mean, she says cat ears, but it's not obvious that she has a bow over cat ears. It just looks like she has a bow.
The cat ears?
What cat ears? She wears a...
Slow realization.
She does like tuna a lot. So, where is she? We don't know. She's been missing since Friday. That's terrible. Well, don't you worry, Ruby, my friend. I won't rest until we find your teammate. That's really nice of you, Penny. But we're okay. Really. Right, guys? It sure is windy today.
So, what's the plan now?
I still don't believe...
I came to this weird realization that Sun wears the RWBY colors. He's got the white shirt, his gauntlets are black and red, his shoes are black and yellow. Gold necklace, if you want to count that for yellow, which Yang does have the song Gold, so you could argue that it counts. It's just an interesting thing. And then I also noticed Jean, Volume 4 onwards, also wears them. He has the black hoodie, he has the white and gold armor, and he wears the red sash. And then I realized Neptune wears all of the Team RWBY colors. His jacket's red and black, he has black shoes, black details on his pants. I think his pants actually are black. His pants are either black or blue, but they have black details anyway. And then he wears the white undershirt, and his goggles have yellow lenses. Then I realized Scarlet also wears the RWBY colors, a mostly white outfit. But then his jacket has red, has all of it actually, because it's mostly red, but it has the black details, the white details, and some yellow. I don't know what made me realize it, but I did. And I haven't stopped. I can't escape those 4 colors. You know the time machine in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? When it's on normally, it's white. When you try to shut it down the first time, it turns yellow. The second time, with the Paradise Protocol, it turns red. When it's finally off, it's black. I can't escape those 4 colors. Ever.
The White Fang is behind these robberies. They've never needed that much dust before.
What if they did?
They don't. They don't. They still don't. I'm gonna leave it for the next one because I need to prove my point about what I mean. But in universe, it is a red herring. Why they're why they're stealing all that dust. It's a red herring. And people don't believe me just because of the bombs on the train. Nobody believes me. I'm going to prove my point when we get to the next one. When we get to the next episode, I'm going to prove my point.
The only way to prove that they didn't do it is to go to the place where they would most likely go to if they were to do it and not find them there.
That's such a roundabout way to say it. He's right. But it's just... You don't have to do it like that. You probably could have worded that in a more concise fashion.
The only thing is, I have no idea where that would be.
Well, while I was on the ship, I heard some guys talking about offloading a huge shipment of dust coming in from Atlas.
How huge?
Huge. Big shinny company freighter.
I know it's not the most, common word, but there isn't a U between the sh and ni. It's shni. It's not shunny. It's shni. He's done it. Port does it. I think Cinder kind of says it a little weird too. It's not shunny. It's shni.
For sure.
Thanks anyways. This is hopeless. You really don't care if we find her, do you?
Don't be stupid. Of course I do. I'm just afraid of what she'll say when we find her. The innocent never run, Yang.
That was a moment that Ice Queendom did better. That was a moment Ice Queendom did that better because Yang is a lot more confrontational about it than here, which is how she should be about it. So, Ice Queendom did that part better.
So, Blake is your friend?
Yes, Penny.
But you're mad at her?
Yes.
Why is Penny walking like that? Why are her hands like that? Just doing like a penguin waddle. I know there are penguins in universe, but...
Is she friends with Blake?
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now.
But why?
Well, you see, Blake might not be who we thought she was.
Is she a man?
No, Penny.
She's a cat.
I don't know what she is. She didn't exactly talk to us before she decided to run off.
I don't have a lot of friends. But if I did, I would want them to talk to me about things.
Me too, Penny.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. They've offloaded all the crates from the boat. Now they're just sitting there.
Cool. I stole you some food.
Do you always break the law without a second thought?
Hey, weren't you in a cult or something? Okay, too soon.
Those are not comparable. Those are not comparable.
Oh no.
Is that them?
Yes. It's them.
All right, grab the tow cables.
You really didn't think they were behind it, did you?
No. I think deep down I knew. I just didn't want to be right.
Hey! What's the holdup? We're not exactly the most inconspicuous bunch of thieves at the moment, so why don't you animals try to pick...
Oh god, it's happening again. It's happening again. White jacket, black gloves, shoes, pants, shirt. The hat, he's got red on the collar and on the brim. He's got gold buckles. It happened again. I always gonna notice. Always gonna... I'm gonna hopefully remember to talk about this. Oh no, it happened another time. Oh no. Hopefully I remember at the end of this. Oh,
This isn't right. The white thing would never work with a human, especially not one like that.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, you idiot! This isn't a leash? What the... Oh, for...
Nobody move!
I never noticed before trying to do this episode, but Roman actually goes... Roman is about to drop an F-bomb right there. He really is. He goes, oh, for so close, so close. Come on, Kruby, let someone say it. Let someone say it. Let it happen next volume when Ruby finds out what happened to Penny. Come on.
Whoa! Take it easy there, little lady.
Brothers of the White Fang, why are you aiding this scum?
Oh, kid.
Do they recognize her? Surely they recognize
Didn't you
her.
get the memo?
What are you talking about?
The White Fang and I are going in on a joint business venture together.
Tell me what it is, or I'll put an end to your little operation.
I wouldn't exactly call it a little operation.
She was so willing to kill right then. She's so willing to just off him right then.
Oh no.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Leave her alone.
You are not the brightest banana in the bunch, are you, kid?
He's mine!
Don't you just love Sun Wukong? And his weapons RWBY Bang and Jingo Bang. Based on the character of Sun Wukong with his weapon RWBY Jingo Bang. I sure do. I sure love Sun Wukong and his weapon RWBY Bang and Jingo Bang. Based on Sun Wukong and his weapon RWBY Jingo Bang. The most egregious example of an illusion. Followed by Jean Arc, Cardin Winchester, and Glinda Goodwitch.
Oh, hello, Red. Isn't it past your bedtime?
Ruby, are these people your friends? Penny, get back!
Got her. I just love how goofy and cartoonish that laugh is.
Don't worry, Ruby. I'm combat ready. I used to say that Volume 2 onward, we haven't had a volume without a death. No, it's Volume 1 onward. They didn't survive that. Maybe a couple of them did, but at least one person just died. No, we've never had a volume without a death. I'm sure Volume 9 will be no different. I mean, it's going to be plenty different. It's weird. But I'm sure that it's not going to be different in terms of we won't have a character die. We're probably going to get a character death. It's on my bingo card. My bingo card has a character death. So, hopefully, just so that I can mark it off on the bingo card. And because if we get it, it's probably going to be a good one, unless it's like the Watts death, in which case it's going to be bad. Whoa, how is she doing that?
Good question.
These kids just
Kill more people.
Weirder.
Look, Weiss, it's not what you think. She explained the whole thing. You see, she doesn't actually wear a bow. She has kitty ears, and they're actually kind of cute.
No, Ruby. She does wear a bow. They cover the kitty ears. Somehow,
Weiss, I want you to know that I'm no longer associated with the White Fang. Back when I was with...
Stop. Do you have any idea of how long we've been searching for you? 12 hours. That means...
Yeah, 12 hours of the 2 days that she's been gone. And y'all didn't get in contact with anybody. Glinda, Oz, Oobleck, Port, Peach. Y'all had some options.
I've had 12 hours to think about this. And in that 12 hours, I've decided...
You've had a lot more than 12 hours to think about it.
care.
You don't care?
You said you're not one of them anymore, right?
No, I haven't been since I was
Up,
younger.
up. I don't want to hear it. All I want to know.
Yeah, like a year at most. She left right before Adam was recruited into the main group of villains by Cinder, which was not long before the show
The
started.
next time something this big comes up, you'll come to your teammate and not someone else.
Of course.
Yeah, Team RWBY is back together. I'm still not quite sure how I feel about you.
Hey, wait a minute.
Kind of fifth wheeling there, bud.
You should know better than to go running around in a strange city.
I know, sir.
Annie, your time will come.
I don't know. I'm already feeling it. I'm already feeling it. I don't know how I'm gonna handle covering the Volume 8 finale. Or even Volume 6. Even Volume 6 finale might get me. Alright. We're gonna hopefully skip. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Little lore fun fact for those of you that haven't delved into the novels. Spoiler alert for Roman Holiday, unless you don't care about being spoiled on the novels. The only reason Roman has access to these warehouses is because of Neo. Her family, the Vanilles, were part of the Vale Council, and these warehouses were Vanille warehouses. So they only have them because of Neo's connections. It's not like Neo really had the connections because she was always kept locked away because they were ashamed that she was mute and heterochromia. But at the same time, she has access to them because of her family having them in the first place.
How very disappointing, Roman.
Whoa! Wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
We were expecting more from you.
Hey, you were the ones who suggested working with those stupid mutts from the White Fang.
And you will
Every time someone talks about Roman, they talk about his suave and his sass. Nobody talks about how Roman is a racist villain. And he's kind of the only racist villain. What? Everyone else that has shown Faunus racism hasn't been a villain aside from Roman. None of the other ones have. They've been a bit antagonistic, but none of them have been villains. Right? I feel like that's weird. That only one villain is like that. Should we add that to the list of ways that the Faunus storyline isn't that well done? I feel like we might have to.
So. We have big plans for you, Roman.
Okay. So the thing that popped into my mind earlier has to do with her, has to do with Cinder, which is that even though she didn't wear them all at once, she has also worn all the RWBY colors. Here, and through Volume 3, she wears red with yellow dust. Her 4 and 5 outfit is primarily red and has some yellowish accents. Then she wears that disguise in Volume 6 that's white and yellow. And if we don't want to count that, we could just skip to the Atlas outfit, which is black with yellow out. Gold, but they count as yellow. And then, if you're not counting the Volume 6 one as a main one, you can still count the flashback in Volume 8, where she's wearing all white. So Cinder has also worn all of them. Not all at once, but all of them. Salem is that close. If Salem would wear something yellow for once, that close to having all of their colors. Because the Team RWBY colors are also the Grimm colors. Anyway, hopefully nothing went wrong this time. So, that's Chapter 16, Black and White. I didn't do that much in way of talking this time, primarily because I didn't really have a lot to say during the, fight with Roman. I didn't have a lot to say during it. Because I don't have a lot to say during the fights. The fights are really interesting because they have excellent choreography, but I don't have a lot to say during them. So I just don't say anything during them. We'll see what happens with Volume 9, because it's going to be a very different dynamic, where Volume 9 is going to be entirely new stuff, and then this is stuff that I've already seen several times over, especially this one. 4 times trying to record the episode. Okay. Hopefully everything went well. I'm going to try to get this edited and uploaded. And then I will eventually do the start to Volume 2. And then after that, the end, since I'm just doing the first and last. And those of you on the Discord, in a little over a week, we're going to get my reaction to Volume 9, Chapter 1. Finally, it still hasn't properly hit that it's a little over a week away. I think in a couple days, whenever it is a week, it'll finally hit properly. And then when it's here, it'll hit properly. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah. That's that. And I will see all of you in the next one. Bye-bye.